We have a bit of a title race over on our hands over in Netherlands. That's right, as Ajax still 1 point behind PSV, who lead the charge. But what's going to be the state of play after this weekend's matches when the two juggernauts lock horns? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 20 over in Holland. That's right, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and get your bang up to date all things Dutch football related, Papa Rose related, world football related. We're going to know here, boys. Under one Ruski, it's right, it's the Ada Blade on the Shader Klassieker over in the Dutchlands this weekend as PSV and Ajax lock horns. Of course, pretty much the title decided, you would think. Of course, Feyenoord want to have a bit of a say in that matter, but of course the Juggernauts will be locking horns, and if PSV win, guess what? The title could be going to Eindhoven instead of Amsterdam. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, they're the Patreons, guys. Thank you for loving, of course, behind the scenes. But anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at how we all got on. Of course, the games of just the final whistles just ringing in my ears right now across Holland, and of course these are the results, so here they come at you. PEC Zwolle against Willem II, end up as a 2-0 win for Wilhelm. Of course they're moving up the table slowly but surely, still in a bit of trouble though in 15th right now. Feyenoord picked up a cheeky loss against Vitesse Arnhem, a big upset there. Vitesse Arnhem of course chasing for third spot now, sitting in fourth. Of course Feyenoord are in third. Nijmegen against Heracles was a 0-0 draw, no movement there. Groningen lost to PSV, keep up the heat of course at the top of the table, sitting pretty with just 46 points on the board, 1 point clear over Ajax. Behind, go ahead, Eagles lost to RKC Waalwijk, big win for them as well, up to 14th at the table for them, 19 points on the board as well. Utrecht did get beaten by Ajax, and comfortably so, 3-0 win for Ajax. I went with a 2-2 draw myself. How wrong was I? Sparta, Rotterdam and Cambuur picked up a draw. Sparta still in trouble, still going down potentially in the relegation playoff spot at the moment. Twente, my boys, picked up 2-0 win over Heerenveen. Of course, Twente moving up to, where are they now? They're up to 6th in the table, within touching distance of third. Could they do it? Could they absolutely do it? We'll have to see. Fortuna Sittard did lose to AZ. Alkmaar also on the climb as well, up to 5th in the table as well. So big movements for some of the teams there, but of course, who is in what position right now? Here you go. PSV lead the charge, 46 points on the board. Ajax are in second, 45. Feyenoord 6 points adrift of second place Ajax, and then the horse are chasing back. Down the bottom, the PSV's Zwolle going down. Sittard as well in trouble. Sparta, Rotterdam also in available there as well. That's of course the state of play there. What about the state of play in our own prediction league? Well, this is the leaderboard for this week. Take a bloody bow, Jordan. Picks up 7 points there, of course, respectable, if not very, very good. Of course, people shout out to my VRPs. They're the Patreons. Respect you guys for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. You are my best mates for life. Of course, we go way back, some of us. I do appreciate you sticking by the channel as well. Also, take a look at the leaderboard for this part of the season. Well, Jordan, that result has got him up to 14th, of course, in the first as his first batch of predictions as well. Winky, though, leads the charge, 12 points on the board so far for this part of the season. Now, if you want to see the Grand Master Plan, of course, patrons will get access to the mainstay leaderboard as and when I update it. I'm hoping to have a snow day tomorrow, so I will hopefully have it up there. I'll spend a whole day on admin, and then, of course, you'll get access to it. So be there, be proud, and, of course, and hopefully you'll be able to see the data in all its glory. So, respect to Winky for winning so far this part of the season, but, of course, it could all change moving forward. And speaking of moving forward, if you want to get involved, cut4/Dutch is the way to do it. Free to enter, good bit of fun, get your name in lights, and I'll see you next week. So, here we go then. Like I said, the final whistles are still ringing in my ears, and I currently don't have any odds for these games, but of course they are scheduled to take place on the 22nd and 23rd of January. I'm getting in early here. In fact, that's no wonder they're not. Let me see. Is that next weekend? It is next weekend. So I don't know why I don't have odds. It's quite a shame. But anyway, we still have the data, so we're going to give you it the best way I can. So Waalwijk will take on Fortuna Sittard. That's going to be on Sunday, January the 23rd. Play the 32 times gone to my eyes. It's 9-5 anyway. 11 wins apiece, 10 draws. Waalwijk coming into this just 1 defeat past 4 games, 58% form up against the Fortuna Sittard side. Just 1 win in 6 of them, 25% form as well. Last time around, over in Waalwijk, it's a 2-1 win for Sittard. That was way back in January 2021. Of course, around about this time last season it was. They also played each other this season in Sittard. Of course, it was a 2-2 draw back in August. Waalwijk are in action against Den Haag, of course, in the KBB Becker midweek. But I've got no odds on this one. Of course, my odds are in my gene pool, and I'm going to go with a win for nobody here. Nil right down the middle. Of course, everybody's going to be happy with that point in the end. VT's Arnhem taking on Groningen on the 22nd. That's, of course, Saturday. Could my eyes played each other 59 times since 1993. 25 wins for VT's, just 19 wins for Groningen, and 15 draws. VT's unbeaten in the last 6 games, picking up 5 wins and a draw to boot. 92% form. Up against the Groningen side, who haven't won the last 4. Goodness gracious me, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in VT's was the one win for VT's. In fact, they've won back-to-back over Groningen and just conceded 1 goal in the last 3 games, according to these two sides. Of course, they picked up the win earlier in the season in Groningen, and they also picked up a win last round in VT's, which was, of course, around about this time last season. Of course, Groningen did lose to Eindhoven, though. Heading into this one, VT's picking up a 1-0 win over Feyenoord. It's actually been back-to-back 1-0 wins, and back-to-back clean sheets as well. For VT's Arnhem, no, of course, odds again on this one. Of course, VT's taking on DVS and Molo, of course, in the KVB Becker. Groningen taking on Nijmegen as well midweek. So, of course, busy week for the boys over in the Dutchlands here. Going to go with the VT's win here, 2-0 win for them to keep on keeping on. Taking on AZ Alkmaar next, up against Cambuur, of course, on the 22nd of January. Now, these two sides played each other 15 times since 1998. Of course, Alkmaar are picking up 11 wins at the moment. Out of those 15, just 1 win for Cambuur and 3 draws. 6 wins of the bouts for AZ Alkmaar, and in fact, they've actually got an 8-game winning streak right here, right now, up against the Cambuur side, who've just won once in 6. Goodness gracious me, for them, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round over in AZ in competitive action was way back in 2017. It was a 3-2 win for AZ. It was in the semi-final for the KMB Becker. And that's the picture that in the league in Alkmaar was a 3-1 win for AZ way back in January 2016. They also played this season in Cambuur was a 3-1 win for AZ as well. So they've won 4 in the bouts, including a friendly. So 3 in the bouts in competitive action as well. AZ Alkmaar picking up a 2-1 win over Sittard. Of course, Cambuur picking up a draw against Sparta last time around. AZ Alkmaar will win this one as well. 2-0 win to keep on keeping on. Next, of course, I have Heerenveen taking on PEC Zwolle. That's right. Of course, now these two sides, familiar foes. Of course, played each other 25 times since 2002. 12 wins for Heerenveen, 8 wins for Zwolle, and 5 draws. Back-to-back defeats though for Heerenveen heading into this. Of course, 58% form for them right now. Up against the Zwolle side, who've won 2, lost 2 in the last 4. 50% form in that regard. 42% form over the last 6 matches. Of course, last time around over in Heerenveen, that was a 2-0 win for Zwolle way back in, of course, April 2021. They also played each other this season in October in Zwolle. It was a 1-0 win for Heerenveen as well. Heerenveen picking up a 2-0 loss against Twente. Zwolle, though, picking up a 2-0 win over Willem II last time around. And they actually kicked off 2022 with a win. Can they make it 2 wins out of 2 for them? I don't think so. Going to go with the win for the hosts here. Heerenveen with a 1-0 win to take it to the house. Kicking off forward, we have a Willem II up against my boys. Twente, aka Eskere, of course. Played each other, according to my eyes, around about 52 times since 1993. 10 wins for Willem, 28 wins for Twente, and 14 draws. 6 defeats in the bounce for Willem II. They're on a bit of a slump here. Of course, meanwhile, Twente, of course, 5 wins in the past 6 games, 92% form for them at the moment as well. Last one in Wilhelm was a 3-0 win for Twente, of course, back in October 2020. Of course, meanwhile, Zwolle beat Wilhelm last round, 2-0 win. Of course, Eskere picked up 2 win over Heerenveen as well last time around. Of course, Twente taking on Alkmaar in a bit of a zinger chicken dinner in the KV back at midweek. Of course, Wilhelm II, I believe, already out of the cup action as well. No odds as well on this one so far, but I'm going to go with my boys here. 2-0 win for Twente on the road to keep on keeping on. Maybe keep their dreams for European football alive. Next up, of course, we have NEC Nijmegen up against third place Feyenoord. Now, these two sides have played each other according to my eyes about 46 times since 1994. 10 wins for Nijmegen, 32 wins for Feyenoord, and 4 draws. Nijmegen have beaten the last 4 games, 58% form. Just 1 win and 5 though for Feyenoord at the moment. 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round over in Nijmegen was a 2-1 win for Feyenoord. They have actually won 4 in the bouts against Nijmegen. Last defeat was all the way back in 2015 in Nijmegen it was. Meanwhile, Nijmegen picked up a draw against Almelo last round. Of course, Feyenoord picked up a 1-0 loss against VT's. Nijmegen taking on Groningen in the cup. It looks like Feyenoord are already out. What are your odds on this one? Got no odds, but my gut says a win for Feyenoord on the road. 3-1 win to keep their dreams of at least third place alive this season. Next, of course, I have Heracles Almelo up against Go Ahead Eagles. Now, this match will take place on Sunday, 23rd of Jan. Now, these two sides played each other 15 times. So 8 wins at Almelo, 5 wins at Go Ahead Eagles, and 2 draws. Just 1 win in 6 of Heracles Almelo, 33% form, up against the Go Ahead Eagles side, who've just won once in 6, also 25% form as well. 3 losses on the bounce. Last time around, of course, in Heracles Almelo, aka the Urvia Astio. Of course, last time played each other was a 1-0 win. Scrap that. it was a 2-1 win for Heracles Almelo way back in November 2016. He also played this season at Go Ahead Eagles. It was a 4-2 win in the reverse fixture. Heracles Almelo picking up a draw against Nijmegen. Go Ahead Eagles losing to Waalwijk 2-0 last round. In fact, they've gone 3 games without scoring a goal. Absolutely poor form on this one. Go Ahead Eagles still in the cup against Heerenveen. Of course, Go Ahead Eagles already out. Going to go with a 1-1 draw here, right down the middle. Cannot separate the two sides for me on this one. Let's take a look at, of course, the zinger here. It is, of course, Ajax. Taking on going to PSV Eindhoven, of course, locking horns for the 66th time. The previous 65, though, 26 wins for PSV, 23 wins for Ajax, and 16 draws. 5 wins in the bounce for PSV at the moment, 83% form. Up against the Ajax side, have won 5 of the last 6 as well, 23% form for them as well. At the moment, of course, last time out in Eindhoven, it was a 1-1 draw way back in February 2021, around about this time last season, give or take. Of course, coming at you, though, PSV picking up a 1-0 win over Groningen. Of course, Ajax picked up a 3-0 win over Utrecht. In fact, they've gone 3 games without scoring conceding a goal. No odds on this one. Of course, Ajax have taken on Excelsior in the cup. PSV Eindhoven taken on Telstar in the cup as well. Let's take a look at the odds. Got no odds. My gut says it's going to be a win for the hosts here. 3-2 win for them as they like playing Ajax. 3-2 win for them at home as well. Kicking off forward to the final game for me. It will be Sparta Rotterdam. I'm going to FC Utrecht, who are flying high still. Played each other 39 times since 1993. 9 wins for Sparta Rotterdam, 20 wins for Utrecht, and 10 draws. Sparta have just won 3 past 5. However, haven't won in the last 8 games. Good description, 33% form. Up against the Utrecht side, who've also had a bit of a blip as well. What are we looking at? Without a win in at least 6 games. Goodness gracious me. Picking up 3 draws in the last 6. 25% form for Utrecht at the moment. Of course, last round in Sparta was a 0-0 draw back in May 2021. Sparta picking up a draw against Cambuur last round. Of course, Utrecht losing to Ajax. Both of them are out the cup, so of course the next match will be against each other. And I'm going to go with a win for Utrecht on the road to get back to winning ways for them. That's of course my picks for this week. Make sure you get your picks in as well using the website /Dutch. Also, if you want to get involved with the channel, I'm looking for Dutch football expert. If you think consider yourself a Dutch football maestro, or want to look at maybe presenting some Eredivisie content on the channel, let me know. Get in touch with me. Chat down below in the comment section. Better still, go over to Twitter, follow me that way, DM me and say, hey, I want to do some Dutch content with you. Get involved, and of course we will hook you right up. Anyway, that's of course the plan for that. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, check the little bell as well. Also check out the links in the description. Of course, Patreon if you want to support channel. I do appreciate support on that platform, and of course I'll see you all very, very soon. Until then, guys, A the Blade on the shader. We are out.